In today's video, I am going to be talking about the difference between member managed and manager managed LLCs and the importance of having an operating agreement. So you probably clicked on this video because you want to know whether or not you should have your LLC be elected to be member managed or manager managed. My name is Andrew. I'm from Aboutalaya Law, where we help entrepreneurs just like you start your businesses without having to deal with the complicated legal forms. Our done-for-you service is backed by over 2009 5-star Google reviews, and we can help you start your business as well. I recently graduated from law school. I'm awaiting my bar results, and now I'm helping entrepreneurs just like you start your businesses. So when you're creating an LLC, you have to decide if you want to be a member managed or manager managed LLC. Now, in California, to form an LLC, you do this by filing a document called Articles of Organization with the Secretary of State's office. In California in particular, this is a pretty easy thing to do and pretty inexpensive. Because of that, business owners commonly do it on their own without any help from an attorney or advice from an attorney. And because of that, they commonly mess it up. In particular, that member managed or manager managed portion of the Articles of Organization, and even though they may select the right one, business owners don't always understand exactly what each one means. So it is easy to screw things up if you don't really understand what you're doing. And because it is so easy in California to create an LLC, it's very common that mistakes occur. In all states, you want to choose whether your LLC will be member managed or manager managed. Owners of an LLC are called members. Sometimes all members of an LLC want to be involved in the day-to-day operations of the business. On the flip side of that, sometimes some of the members only want to be investors or don't feel comfortable in the decision making and the day-to-day operations of the business, and that is where the difference lies between member managed and manager managed LLCs. First things first, with a member managed LLC, this means that all of the members want to be involved in the day-to-day operations. The members are going to be managing the LLC. This is common with a single member LLCs because there's just the one member, and generally that one member wants to be involved in the business. If you're a single member LLC, or maybe 2 or 3 members, and everyone wants to be involved in the management of the business, or even 20 managers and everyone wants to be involved in the day-to-day operations, then you would probably want to select member managed LLC. Secondly, a manager managed LLC is good if you have a few members who just want to be investors or maybe aren't as cut out to being managers or don't feel comfortable being in the manager role and managing the day-to-day operations of the business. If you're a single member LLC and you want to hire an outside manager to manage everything and you don't want to be involved, then in those cases you would want to select manager managed LLC. In a manager managed LLC, the members who aren't managers can't act as agents for the LLC and can't bind the LLC. Members can't sign contracts on behalf of the LLC. The members who are not managers cannot enter into agreements on behalf of the LLC. If there are some members who want to be managers and some who don't, the members can all vote and elect certain members to be the managers, or the members can elect an outside party, a non-member, to be a manager. So it really just depends what the members want to do and whether some of them want to be managers or none of them do, and they rather hire an outside party to be the manager. So now if you're watching this and it's too late, and if you realize that you've just created an LLC and you selected it to be manager managed when it should have been member managed, don't freak out. If you're a single member LLC and you select manager managed, but you, the member, want to be the manager, you can just select yourself as manager and it's fine. Similarly, if you're in a multi-member LLC and selected Manager Managed, members can just select themselves to be managers, and as long as you're keeping good records of those decisions and good minutes of the meetings where these decisions are made, then it's fine if you're a Manager Managed LLC and all the members are managers. It's not that big of a deal. Finally, in either case, the really important thing to do is to make sure that you have a really good operating agreement, especially when some of the members aren't managers and aren't supposed to be involved in smaller decisions. That operating agreement is the guidelines for who is responsible for what decisions and duties belong to whom, what the members can and can't do, and what the managers can and can't do. That operating agreement is where all of that is laid out, and it's the rules that everyone goes by, and so everyone plays nicely and there are no fights and people don't get mad at each other because someone is doing what they're not supposed to do. So in either event, an operating agreement is really important. So hopefully that clarified a few things and answered a few questions. In a nutshell, firstly, in a member managed LLC, all members get to be the managers and get to be involved in the daily operations. Secondly, Manager Managed LLC, only people elected to be managers are allowed to be involved in the daily activities and operations of the LLC. Lastly, it is important that you have an operating agreement outlining the member and manager roles. It's that simple, so hopefully that answered your questions. If it didn't, or if it brought up more questions, feel free to contact me, or if you want to speak with me personally about your LLC or an operating agreement, click the link in the description box below to book your free consultation. I hope you enjoyed. Please make sure you hit the like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future videos. It's time to invest in yourself. It's time to rise.